Hey guys, it's Jennifer Don Gabiola, and I wanted to try this video again because when I watched the replay, the sound kind of cut out. So I'm going to pray that this technology uh, is working with me for this take two. So the topic again for this Facebook Live is being an introvert is a gift, not an excuse to hide. So what I mean by that is that I think sometimes in our society, I know I felt like this growing up because I was bullied, that being an introvert was something that you felt like you needed to get over, like there was something wrong with you. So there's a lot of stereotypes that, being an introvert means that you are shy or antisocial, don't like people, but that's really not accurate. Being an introvert just means you need regular quiet time to recharge, right? So I wanted to start off by clarifying, what an introvert is, because there's just so many stereotypes out there. So I wanted to start off this talk really recognizing how special it is and how it is really a gift to be an introvert. So what I wanted to first start off with is talking about our strength as introverts. We are empathetic, compassionate, sensitive, deep. We have a rich inner world because we're highly intuitive or connectors. We thrive on intimacy. We're really good at one-on-one connection. And we sense invisible connections beyond the surface. That includes like connections and also like beauty, things that maybe some people may miss. We're also good listeners and good observers of life. So I wanted to start off by talking about like our strengths as introverts, because it's really important that we leverage those strengths as we become more of our own leaders in our lives and our businesses. Because when we can leverage our natural strengths, that just makes our impact that much stronger. So when you recognize your own value and you leverage how you're naturally built, that helps you to communicate your value to the right people and for you to ultimately make your impact, right? So I just wanted to first start off with just helping you, encouraging you to recognize that you have so many strengths as an introvert, and to honor that as sacred, and to really leverage that so you can continue to grow in your life, in your business. And then the second part of the Facebook Live, the topic, being an introvert is a gift, not an excuse to hide. So I wanted to talk about how, because as introverts, we tend to, we're able to feel people and situations. We feel very deeply. Our energy is what fuels us. We definitely need regular quiet time to recharge. So what's really important is that when we do retreat into our shell, right, like the turtle way, when you give yourself that regular quiet time to recharge your energy, that you also lovingly hold yourself accountable to know when it's time to come back out of your shell, right? And not to keep yourself in your shell to hold back or hide out of fear of being criticized or judged or rejected. Because it's really important that we're the only ones that can keep ourselves accountable, right? But what's really key is in doing that is when we do notice if we have resistance or we want to hide, it's how you, the inner dialogue you have with yourself is really important. So you talking to yourself with kindness and compassion and love, that's really important to help encourage you to step outside of your shell and to when you place more weight on like recognizing your strengths and recognizing that you have value and giving yourself what you need every day out of love and compassion and self-love, that gives you the confidence to come outside of your shell in a consistent way from a heart-centered place, because you feel deeply attuned with yourself and you recognize your value, your gifts, right? So it's really important to give yourself that quiet time and retreat into your shell, and which is the second part is very important for you to recognize when you have resistance to showing up, to being seen, to being heard. Allowing yourself to work through those feelings, witness it with curiosity, and not beat yourself up over it, because that will help you move through that resistance with ease and grace. You can trust in yourself. You can trust in the process. You can trust in life, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to help you move through this, because there's resistance, like when I watched, the replay of this video, I noticed that the sound was choppy. I was like, oh my God, like you can't listen to the whole thing. And so I had resistance, like, should I do it again? And part of me was just like, oh, I don't know. And was frustrated, but then I was like, well, I want to get this message out. So I'm going to try again. Hopefully the technology works this time. But again, it's like focusing more on like why you're doing what you're doing and not turning it against yourself to be like, okay, why is this happening to me? It's more like, why is this happening, more from an objective place, and then like trying to find solutions, and then just moving forward instead of turning it towards you and questioning like yourself and your value. Maybe that's part of the reason why this happened, to share this as an example, but really that's what it takes, is for you to look at these situations that are challenges, whatever's giving you resistance, and to ask for the support to be able to see it with love and grace for yourself, so you can move through it and then keep moving forward, right? Because you're the only one that can really hold yourself accountable, right? So this second part, I really encourage you to reflect on it and really feel into like what that means. Like, being an introvert is a gift, by honoring your strengths, recognizing that as a gift. And then the second part of, it's not an excuse to hide, because again, you're the only one who knows when you are holding yourself back, hiding. And again, there's a difference between retreating, where you need time to rest and recharge, and retreating like hiding not just from people and showing up, but especially hiding from yourself. So that deep level of compassion and love for yourself, that's when it's imperative, where you can give yourself that support to show up imperfectly as human, but from the heart, because that's when you create that resonance, right? So I just want to leave you with a few tips to help you, honor your strengths and really show up fully. So the first tip is give yourself, again, regular quiet time each day to feel grounded within yourself. Acknowledge your self-worth and be kind and encouraging with yourself. Again, watch the replay and think about all those strengths I mentioned. Really take that in for yourself. And then the key is, like, when you are feeling that resistance, to be kind and compassionate with yourself and asking, what can I learn from the situation, and not like turn it against yourself and like blame yourself. That's really what will help you feel empowered to like get outside of your shell and to keep moving forward. And then to help you grow your business, leverage your natural strengths of deep connection. So for example, how I've been connected with a lot of ideal clients is that if I feel deep resonance with someone, I'll reach out to them like one-on-one, talk with them offline or online, but I pay attention to when there's like energetic resonance with someone, where I feel a pull towards someone because I know that there's something there for me to receive. Now I don't have expectation of what it is, but I allow myself to explore and see where it goes. And again, I just kind of let it unfold organically to see what it could be. But that energetic resonance is really an organic way for you to discover connections that go beyond like your logical mind. And there's a reason why you feel a certain pull towards certain people. And then because you have that pull, you can feel each other, and then you're able to, I've found you're able to dive deeper into the relationship, because there's that energetic resonance allows for trust that goes beyond like logic, because you can feel someone's energy. Okay, and then the last tip is to lovingly check yourself. Okay, so what I mentioned earlier, give yourself the space and the grace to retreat into your shell. And when you are in your shell, notice if you have resistance about coming out. After you get your needed quiet time and recharge time, notice when you hold yourself back, and what is like keeping you from wanting to be seen or wanting to hide. Really allowing yourself to ask yourself what that is in a kind way, and then work through it, and then commit to coming out of your shell and taking small doable steps every day to yourself. It's like a sacred contract with yourself. Like, okay, I have a commitment, a sacred commitment to yourself, that whatever that looks like for me, that I feel that's doable, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take one small step every day. It doesn't have to be video. It doesn't have, I mean, whatever that looks like for you to show up in service to yourself and to other people, then do that. Oh, hi, Carissa. Thanks for joining me again. The first video, the audio was kind of in and out, so I'm hoping that audio is consistent this time. All right, so yeah, so I wanted to, hopefully everything technically wise is going through again. So I'll check the audio again at the end. But I just wanted to, I felt moved to redo this, because I feel like this message is very important, to recognize that as an introvert, you have many gifts. And no matter what you see in society, even though society kind of leans more towards extroverts, to recognize that how you're naturally built is on purpose and is a gift. And it's our responsibility to leverage those strengths so you make your impact, because that's why you're here, to make your impact. And the last part is to hold yourself lovingly accountable of when you feel like you're hiding, and then give yourself the support you need in order to show up, right? For yourself first and foremost, and then for the people that need you in your life, in your business. So if this resonates with you, I wanted to invite you to schedule a complimentary discovery call with me. I have a few spots left, and my intention is to help you own your strengths, feel more comfortable being visible, and make your impact in the new year. So what I feel moved to do is help you map out your strategy for the new year, which is around the corner. So let me know if this resonates with you, if you'd like to connect. You can email me at info@dawningsoul.com, or you can send me a private message, and then we can schedule a call. All right, so I was determined to redo this, so I'm praying that everything is the audio issue was resolved. And please let me know your takeaways. You can leave that in the comments if you're watching the replay. Thank you guys for those of you watching live. And yeah, sometimes things happen and it's our choice. I feel like maybe part of why this happened is, again, show an example of like when things happen, we have a choice to look at it like, okay, why is this happening to me? Or why is this happening for me? So in this case, I could have been like, oh, well, whatever. People just have to watch the first video when the choppy audio. But I was like, no, this message is important. So I'm going to try again just so it can come out. Hopefully you can hear me all the way through. So if you have any questions or comments, just tag me here in the group. But thanks for being with me again. And I'll be sharing more videos soon. Okay, guys, bye.